Look around you at the history books, the headlines, the always of power. You will see them, the ones who are remembered. Let me tell you a secret you already feel in your bones. Good girls, the ones who follow every rule, who never make a sound, who live to meet expectations. They don't make history, they fade into its footstone. But a bold girl, a bold person, they are the ones who curve their names into the spine of the world. They don't just live in their time, they define it. My journey hasn't been a straight line. It's been a map drawn with erasers and red ink. I have lost, I have stumbled in the dark, clutching failures that felt like anchors, and for a long time I thought those losses were my deficit, the proof of what I lacked. But I stand here today to tell you that the deposit wisdom isn't found on the sunlit peak of success. It's forget in the cold, quiet valley of failure. It is the stumbles, it is the moments when everything you thought was solid ground gives way beneath your feet. Even if I had not lost a single thing, the lessons from my attempts, both the glorious and the gut-wrenching, would be the foundation of everything I have built. That struggle is not your enemy, it is your most rigorous teacher. And it taught me two fundamental laws for anyone audacious enough to want to build the legacy, not just resume. The first law is this: you must build an unshakable fortress of self-belief, and you must be its sole guardian. The moment you declare a dream that is bigger than your current circumstance, the doubters will appear. They are a predictable chorus. They will speak in the gentle, condescending tones of concern. Are you sure that's for you? They will use the cold, hard language of logic. The statistics are against you. The system is rigged. You failed the exam. It's a sign you are not meant to be here. Let me be crystal clear. Their words are not about your potential, they are about their own comfort. Your dream makes their complaints visible. Your ambitions hold up a mirror to their unsettledness. And so, here is your first and most critical act of boldness. You must learn the act of selective deafness. You do not listen. You acknowledge the sound and you let it pass through you. But you do not let it take root in your soul. When they say you can't, your internal response must be a roar that only you can hear. This isn't about arrogance. It's about a scared contract you make with yourself. It's about working hard when you are so tired that motivation is a distant memory. It's about studying for one more hour when your brain feels full. It's about applying one more time when the rejections letters pile up. Your belief is the engine, your work ethic is the fuel, and that engine must be so internally powered that it doesn't require external validation to turn over. It must be waterproof, shockproof, and doubtproof. Now, the second law is where true genius is separated from mere competence. This is the law that transforms a follower into a pioneer. You must navigate by the compass of inspiration, not the map of imitation. It is the most seductive trap. You see someone who has arrived at the summit you wish to reach. You study their path. You memorize their footsteps. You think, if I can just walk exactly where they walk, I will get there too. This is imitation, and imitation is a form of creative surrender. It is built in a beautiful, perfect, empty replica of someone else's castle. You might live in it, but you will always know it was never truly yours. Inspiration is a completely different process. It is not about copying the path. It is about understanding how the pathfinders thought. You don't admire the painting. You study the artist's relationship with the brush and the colors. You don't just recite the speech. You analyze the speaker connection to their truth. Let me give you a meetupper. An imitator is a fogger in a museum, painstakingly trying to recreate a masterpiece, always fearful of being discovered as a fraud. An inspired creator is the artist in their own studio with that same masterpiece pinned to the wall. They are not trying to repaint it, they are asking, what emotion did this stir in me? How can I use my own tools, my own palettes, my own story to stir that same feeling in someone else, but through a work that is uniquely and undeniable mine? Imitation is a cage of best practices. Inspiration is the key to next practices. One is the strategy of the employee. The other is the strategy of the visionary. One seeks safety, the other seeks sovereignty. And these two laws are not separate. They work in powerful self-reinforced cycle. Your self-belief, the first law, gives you the courage to resist imitation. It gives you a strength to say, my voice matters, my perspective is valid. I do not need to hide behind someone else's blueprint. And choosing inspiration over imitation, the second law, in turn, strengthens your self-belief. Every time you make a decision that is authentically yours, every time you solve a problem in a way that feels true to your character, you deposit more confidence into the fortress of your soul. You are no longer just following, you are building. And there is no greater confidence builder than seeing something you built with your own mind and your own hands stand strong. So I ask you now, with all the urgency this moment demands, what is your choice? Will you choose the comfort of the good, the pleasant, predictable, and ultimately forgettable path of meeting expectations, the safety of the echo? Or will you choose the glorious, turbulent, and historic path of the bold? Will you be the guardian of your own dream, defending it against every skeptic, including the one that sometimes whisper in your own mind? Will you have the courage to study the greats, not to copy them, but to converse with them, to stand on their shoulders so you can see a horizon they never could? The world is saturated with echoes. It is drowning in copies. It is tired of the good. What it is starving for, what it is desperately, achingly waiting for, is the sound of voice it has never heard before. It is not waiting for you to simply make it. It is waiting for you to build something so authentic, so powerful, so truly yours that it cannot be ignored. It is waiting for you to stop being a passenger on the journey and start being an architect of the destination. History is not a pre-write book you are meant to just read. It is a blank page, and boldness is the pen. Now go write your chapter, and good luck. See you soon.